I like
You know the
Sequest.
story behind that.
No.
You're like, no, I don't, Rachel. I did
Is it
not.
a good story?
I didn't read everything about you.
No.
It is a good story. I was a nanny for Roy Scheider way back in the day.
What?
Not for him, but for his child.
Not wait. Yes, I understand that. But you met him.
He was 60. I remember I used to get.
I was so sad when he passed.
So much. Oh, I know. He's really close to Barry Sonnenfeld, and I worked with Barry Sonnenfeld. Oof.
Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider.
Oh man,
he was amazing. He was so kind and very private. And I remember I was living in New York catering, and one of the catering people said, I have a client that I think would really like you. Do you ever nanny? And I was like, well, I babysit. Like I was so green. I was just like, I babysit. And
but he hired you.
So I met with them. They hired me. I would go out to the Hamptons.
I remember they had a house in the Hamptons on the beach.
Yes. You know.
Yeah.
Oh. And Brenda King, Scheider, his wife, was so great. She used to tell me that she was roommates with Helen Hunt back in the day and whatever. She gave me a mattress. I had to drive like near here, like right by the old Jerry's Deli.
You're not going to tell me Roy
Ventura.
Scheider gave you this role.
Yes, he did. He did. I was a nanny, and he said, we were talking about acting, and I was always like, he's not going to know if I'm good or not or whatever. But he said, well, do you have your SAG card? And I was like, I don't. And he said, well, this is what I'm going to do. When we move out to to Los Angeles, we're going to bring you in as an extra. And then I'm going to give you a line. And nobody's going to know, but we're going to pick you out of the extras and just say, hey, we need you to say this. And then you're going to say that line. And then
you're going to
get your SAG card. And I was like,
wow,
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm so freaked out. I don't know if it's going to happen. And then of course he goes, this person's going to call you. And so I get a call from this PA, and they're like, we need you tomorrow morning to be blah, blah, blah at this time. Go into wardrobe. I did it. And then it was the very first time on like a sound stage or anything. It was amazing. I had done, and then I started doing background work on the original 90210, but that's a whole other story. But that happened.
They picked you
he
out.
Wasn't on set. He wasn't.
What was the line?
It was these orbs.
You remember it?
Mm-hmm, I do. These orbs could change the two kids. I can't remember their names. These orbs could change, let's say, Peggy and Justin's lives forever. And I'm holding these orbs.
Were you nervous?
Was I nervous? I was so nervous, but I was also excited. Does that make sense? So it's like,
absolutely.
I just was like, here we go.
This is
game
your
on.
opportunity.
I was like, game on. So then cut to when the episode is supposed to air, and I'm in Los Angeles, and my parents are in Ohio. My whole family's watching, and I'm like, this is it. And they're like, okay, we see you. Like they close up on me. They close it on me, and they're like, okay. And then I'm listening, and I can hear them, and then they're like, great, yeah. They're like, great job. And I was like, did you hear me say my line? And they're like, no. And I was like, what?
They cut it.
But that was always the intention.
You got the SAG card.
Yes.
And from there,
yes,
that's when did you read for the role?
No.
That's all you did?
Yeah, that's all I did was one line.
That's
on
it.
Sequest. Yeah.
That's amazing.
But they gave, I know.
Roy Scheider. Did you go to his funeral?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Jeez, man.
I didn't. Did you?
No.
Oh.
I didn't know Roy.
Oh, I thought you knew
I just
him.
knew where he lived.
Oh.
Weird. Really odd.